Hello, seekers. Wildly of Wildly Tarot here, and Wild Moon Medicine Collective for women. And we are stepping into the final reading for the month of October, in particular this last week, beginning with Moonday, October 25th, 2021. And I feel so excited to be offering you this reading because I'm feeling a shift in the collective energy at this time. And this week is really a week and the remainder of this month for us to root down into a new frequency, into the frequency of joy. And I want to tune in for a moment with this word joy and tease it apart just a little bit, because I think a lot of us tend to mentally equate joy with happiness, and they are not the same feeling, they're not the same sensation. Happiness is a fleeting expression of getting all of our preferences met and really being in a state of, oh, I'm so happy. I just feel so good today, and I'm not feeling questioned in any way, and everything is lining up, and I just am so happy based on external circumstances. And this can ebb and flow. Happiness can ebb and flow if it is always in relationship to what is outside of ourselves. And what we are being called to root down into this week as we are moving towards Samhain at the end of the week and on Moonday, next Moonday, as we are stepping into the space of the wheel turning, we're stepping into the death time. We're now in Scorpio season. We're going inward and down to the depths. We're entering into the space of the cave. And we get to choose this week what frequency of experience we take into that cave with us, right? And the last almost 2 years, it's been a very dense experience vibrationally, externally. There is a lot going on outside of ourselves that we don't necessarily have direct control over. We've all been stepping into great mystery in a much deeper and wider way than many of us have experienced before or been prepared to do. And it's been incredibly taxing and wearing on all of us. And so the message this week is the frequency of joy. How do we tap into and root down into that which cannot be taken away from us internally? The joy of being alive and in our bodies, the joy of being able to breathe, the joy of taking care of ourselves, of being here, of experiencing the beauty that is all around us, even in experiential times that we don't prefer. So we're met here with the card of Rejuvenation. In other decks, this is the card of Judgment. It reminds us that we reap what we sow. And so whatever we are planting internally within us is what manifests and becomes an expression outwards in our lives. And the medicine right now, as we step into Samhain, is that even as we go deep, it doesn't mean that we need to go shadow. It doesn't mean that we have to go into a space of density. We can also root down and go down into the depths of our humanity and what brings us pleasure and delight, the simple things, the little things that cannot be taken from us. It is an opportunity this week for us to rebirth back into this sensation of freedom, back into this internal sensation of the deep breath, of expansion, of recognizing that we are psycho-spiritual beings in these animal bodies, and that this is precious, It is precious to embody in this way, and it is quite temporal. It does not last for very long. And so to keep our eyes on that prize, that we are really here as souls, to have a soul experience, to awaken deeper consciousness in the body. And that, yes, that consciousness really moves on this wavelength of joy. It really connects us to the sensation of bliss. And the only way to know joy and bliss is to be aware of and have embodied the opposite of density and heaviness and confusion and chaos. And so we can say, thank you. Thank you for the last year and a half and some change. Thank you for giving me these examples with which to now define how I choose to experience life on the inside. And it came connected here with the word expansiveness, that this week moving into Samhain is a time where we can expand our definitions and expand ourselves and our capacity to be with the what is-ness of life, of just being with what feels like duality and allowing ourselves to just accept the wholeness of this thing that we are experiencing at this time. And in support of that, we also have the little black acorn. I just love this so much. It was a gift from a dear friend. And whenever acorn comes out of my bowl of bones, it reminds me that we are always planting seeds or acorns. We're always planting what is going to unravel into our future. And it really supports and serves us to remember and recognize that every choice matters, that every decision we make unfurls the spiral a little bit further and affects the future self that we will one day be. And the acorn especially, because oak trees grow so slowly, and yet they have deep intention, they have deep roots, and they know what they're moving towards that sunshine, even in the most dense of forests. So remember that you are also like this oak tree, this acorn. And what do you most cherish? What do you want to root down into most deeply as we step into this winter and as we step into the darker times of the year? And allow that to be your guiding force in the choices that you make over the coming weeks and months. I hope that message serves you well. I hope that you have everything that you need. And also, if you would like to sit with me and share some space and gain some clarity on what you might be moving through, now is the time to book a session. I am closing off a portion of my calendar in the coming months to reset and regroup and allow the next thing that is moving through my channel to be birthed. So if you are feeling the call and you would like to share some space, the next few weeks is the time to do so. So I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for supporting me and supporting my work. And I will tune in with you again next Moonday.